How do I take control over my life? How do I do the things that I need to do? How do I become self-disciplined? Hi, it's Anika. I'm coming to you with another video, and today I want to talk about self-discipline. So what inspired me to talk about self-discipline today is because I have set a goal to post a video every Saturday. Now this is my third video that I'm posting, and sometime during the week I was thinking, oh my gosh, it's almost Saturday again. I need to post a video. And exactly what keeps me going, what makes me get up and not procrastinate and do it? It's self-discipline. So today I want to share with you 6 tips to help you stay disciplined and stop procrastinating. Let's go. What is self-discipline? Well, the simplest definition that I found is self-discipline is making yourself do something that you know you should do that you really don't want to do. Again, making yourself do something that you know you should do but you just don't want to do it. So the first question to ask yourself is, why don't you want to do what you know you need to do? And the answer is something simple. Sometimes it's just laziness, guilty. Sometimes it's tiredness, guilty. Sometimes you just don't have the time, guilty. And sometimes you just don't care, like guilty. My first tip is self-awareness. How well do you know yourself? How well do you know what makes you happy? What do you want? What makes you tick? If this happens, this is how I'll react. This is how I'll feel. How else would you know how to overcome the things that are holding you back unless you really know yourself? Now think about how you get to know someone, like know a stranger. If you're just meeting somebody for the first time, how do you get to know them? You spend time with them, right? That's the best way to get to know them. So to get to know yourself, you need to spend time with yourself. You need to have some quiet downtime, some me time, some personal time, whatever you want to call it. Some time with yourself. Spend time by yourself and with yourself so that you get to know the things that make you happy, the things that make you tick, what you really want out of life. You have to really go deep sometimes and really think hard and just be in a quiet situation and think about the things that you really, really want. And be honest with yourself. Don't be afraid to say that you don't like something because it's not going to be accepted by society. Think about what you really want deep down inside, and that would help you to become self-aware and in the end help with your self-discipline. Number 2 is to set goals and stick to them. Now, we all know about setting goals, but do we do it? That's the problem. Do we really set our goals and stick to it? Not only do we set goals, we have to put a timeline on it, know what we really want to achieve in the end, and put a time frame to it so that you ensure that you stick to it. You could write notes, have sticky notes all over your house, on your fridge, on your mirror. You could set reminders in your phone, but do what you need to do to stick to these goals. Number 3 is to find someone to hold you accountable. You can try holding yourself accountable, but it's a lot more effective if you have someone to hold you accountable. For instance, I set the goal to post a video every Saturday, and pretty much you guys hold me accountable, because if I don't, then I know it affects my viewers. It has consequences, and my accountability system is you guys, really. So it doesn't matter if you want to exercise or if you want to lose weight or something. Find someone to hold you accountable. Find someone to call you and say, are you doing this? Are you doing that? Why aren't you doing this? Eventually you'll feel guilty and you just get up and do it. But that's the point. Accountability is to have someone to help you to do the things that you need to do. Number 4 is to adjust your environmental triggers. Now, triggers are things around you that kind of spark a certain outcome. So for instance, if you work at home and let's say you have a dedicated work area, now what if you go and put a TV, if you have an office, what if you go put a TV in your office? Now clearly the TV is a trigger that's just saying to you, watch me, watch me. Anyway, you cannot have these kind of triggers in a certain environment that you desire a certain outcome, because the triggers are just going to be a distraction and just going to keep you away from your goal. So that's counterproductive when it comes to self-discipline. So what you need to do is to remove these types of triggers from your environment to accomplish what you really need to accomplish. Number 5 is to say no. Learn to say no, both to yourself and to others. And I know it's not easy telling yourself no, because, let's go back to that whole environmental trigger example. If you are there and you have your TV in your office and you really want to watch a certain show at a certain time, what's stopping you from pulling the trigger, basically, from turning on the TV? It's you. You have to tell yourself no. And I know that's a lot harder than it sounds. Sometimes it's much harder than telling other people no. But at the same time, you also have to learn to tell others no. Let's say you're on a diet and somebody walks in with a bucket of KFC, they're offering you some and you really want it, you really, really want it, right? But then you just have to say no. You have to have the willpower to say no. Even if they're waving it on your nose, just say no, no, no. That is self-discipline. Number 6 is to just stay strong. Stay strong. It is so easy for you to sway your own mind. That's why self-discipline is so hard, because you just have to stay strong and just keep your mind, stay focused basically, and just do the things that you need to do to accomplish what you need to accomplish. So stay strong, set realistic goals that work for you, optimize your environment, remove those triggers that are gonna keep you back. Find someone to stay accountable, to hold you accountable, and you'll see how easy it is to start getting disciplined. And as I mentioned, if you do these things for 30 days, it forms a habit, it becomes part of you, and you'll see how disciplined you can be. So I hope these tips helped you. I know they have helped me. I've done quite a bit of research on these things, and there's a lot more where that came from, but these are just 6 short tips that I could share with you at the moment. And if you like this video, if you have anything to say about it, comment below. If you haven't as yet, please subscribe.